And this will be in relation to the transformation of sinusoids into phasor. So, as we have discussed from our previous lesson, so kapag ganito yung makikita natin na form of, kumbaga, in equation 4, ng ating mga given parameters such as current and voltage, yan. So, ito yung tinatawag nating sinusoidal or sinusoid. Yan. Ngayon, paano natin siya i-convert into a phasor? Yan. Kasi later on, kapag ka nagko-compute na tayo or kapag nagsosolve na tayo ng mga problems related to circuits na, ang kailangan na natin is in terms of phasor. Now, so paano natin i-convert? Say for example, if we have a given current which is equal to 6 cosine of 50t minus 40 degrees ampere. Yan. So, ang notation natin is that yung ating given parameter such as voltage and current should be in cosine form. Ulit po, kailangan po siya ay naka-cosine form. So, kapag ganito, ang titingnan lang natin dito is yung amplitude niya at saka yung kanyang phase angle. Nagigets po? Okay. So, since ito is in the cosine form na, all we have to do is to transform this. Yan. So, ang magiging formula na natin is capital letter I kasi phasor na yan. Yan. Kasi pagka ganito, this is sinusoidal form or the instantaneous value. Yan. Instantaneous yan. Yan, yung naka-equation form. Yan. So, kapag ka itinransform natin siya into phasor, yan, magiging capital letter na yung kanyang pagkakasulat. Tapos, ang kailangan mo lang kunin is yung kanyang, ito, yan, yung kanyang magnitude, or yung kanyang maximum or amplitude, then 6, then bar angle, kung ano itong kanyang phase angle. So, in this case, itong ating phase angle is 40 degrees, tapos negative yon, so negative 40 amperes. So this is now the phasor equivalent of our sinusoidal current. Nakuha po? Yan. So ganyan. Regardless na yan kung ano man itong kanyang angular frequency. So wala muna tayong pakailam dito. We are just concerned kung ano yung kanyang amplitude, yung kanyang phase angle, at saka dapat siya ay naka-cosine. Yan. So in this case naman, if you are given the voltage, instantaneous voltage, which is equal to negative 4 sine 30t plus 50 degrees volts. Yan. As you can see here, we are on the sine function. Negative on this particular value. So negative. So, kailangan natin muna siyang i-convert papuntang cosine. Yan. So, kung i-graph natin muna siya, yan. So, di ba ito ay negative 4. So, kung ito yung ating sine omega t, this is our cosine omega t, and this is our negative sine omega t, and this is our negative cosine omega t. Natatandaan pa ito? Okay. So, yan. So, ang sabi niya, negative 6 daw, negative 4, or negative 4 sine. So, nandito tayo sa left side. Nandito tayo sa side na to, dun sa left. Now, positive angle daw yung kanyang, so positive angle. So, ano ang rotation natin ngayon? Pasaan ang gana natin?
Counterclockwise.
So, counterclockwise. So, ibig sabihin, kung 50 yon, counterclockwise coming from the negative sign. So, counterclockwise. So, ibig sabihin, nasa baba siya. Tama?
Yes po.
Nandito siya. Yan. So, this is, so counterclockwise, so this is 50 degrees. Yan. Tama. Now, ang kailangan natin is i-convert siya papuntang cosine. So, ibig sabihin, si cosine yung ating magiging reference. So, ano yung magiging value ngayon ng ating angle? So, di ba, ito na ngayon yung magiging bagong reference natin papunta dun sa ating yan, original. So, this is negative 4 sine omega t plus 50. Yan. So, ibig sabihin, ano nga tong angle na to?
140 po.
Okay. So, this is 140. So, ibig sabihin, yung b natin in cosine form, that is equal to, yun pa rin ang amplitude natin, positive 4 na ngayon, cosine omega t, then plus 50 plus 90. Tama? So therefore, ang voltage natin is 4 cosine omega t plus 140. So which is true naman kasi nga itong ating angle coming from our reference now, which is cosine omega t, in the direction counterclockwise to our original, so positive 140. So ito yon. Now, if we were going to transform this into phasor, that will be capital letter V, yan, for voltage, then that is for bar angle 140 degrees volts. So ganyan lang po ang pagta-transform from sinusoidal to, or sinusoids to, its corresponding phasors. Maliwanag po ba? Okay. So, yan. Yan. So, paano naman daw ito? So, find the sinusoids represented by these phasors. Yan. So, we are given phasor. So, makikita nyo naman, capital letter siya. Yan. So, naka-capital letter. So, ibig sabihin, these are phasor values or quantities. Now, paano natin siya i-represent into a sinusoid? Yan. So, kung mapapansin natin, yung current natin, yung given current natin is in a form of a complex number. Tama? Yan. So, complex number siya kasi we have negative 3 plus J4. So, we have the real part and the imaginary part. Now, so since ang kailangan natin when we transform this phasor into a sinusoid is that kailangan makuha natin yung kanyang amplitude as well as yung kanyang phase angle. So, paano natin gagawin yon? Sige nga, any idea from the class? Any idea? Any idea from the group? Emit naman kayo para naman may interaction naman.
I-convert po ba to polar, sir?
Okay, so what we can do now is to convert this into polar form. So, paano natin i-convert into polar form yon? So, gamitan lang natin siya ng calculator. So, by calculator, anong magiging value nun? Ang phasor natin is equal to, so kindly convert yung negative 3 plus J4.
Ay, siya, kagabi. Di, sa labas na. Hintay, babalik ako, Ching.
Anong value natin?
Five at 126.8699 po.
5 bar angle,
126.8699.
8699 degrees ampere. So yan. So ito ngayon yung ating given or yung ating phasor. Now, so how are we going to convert that into its equivalent um, sinusoid? Yan. So since ganito na yung format natin, we already have our amplitude and our phase angle, we can now represent it the way we represent the sinusoid. So all we have to do is just um, write I. So magiging instantaneous value na siya, 5. So since ito ay in the form of cosine, that is cosine, yan. So wala namang ibinigay sa atin na specific na angular frequency. So this is still omega t. Then positive ang angle niya. So this is plus 126.8699 degrees ampere. So ito lang po ang representation ng ating phasor value into its sinusoid given. Okay? So ito din yung tinatawag nating time domain. Yan, naka-time domain siya kasi meron siyang time dito na nakalagay. Maliwanag po. Maliwanag po ba?
Yes po.
Okay. So how about naman itong number or letter B natin? So find the phasor, find the sinusoid equivalent of this phasor. Yan. Paano naman yan? So, ang given natin is J 8e raised to negative J 20 degrees. Yan. So, anong napapansin nyo dyan? So, are we able to directly convert this into its equivalent sinusoid? Pwede ba natin siya i-convert directly?
No po.
Okay, so hindi pa. So, anong pwede natin gawin? So, if you would examine our example here, meron tayo ditong imaginary component which is J. Tapos, we also have another component dito. So, parang ang naging given sa atin is that the voltage is equal to J multiply by 8e raised to J 20 degrees na yan. So, naka-exponential siya. Pero, as you can see here, ang ating angle is naka-degrees. Naka-specify naman. Kasi kung J20 lang yan, impossible naman. Kasi ang sobrang laki ng 24A tawag din 4 radians. Yan. So, normally, 2 pi, 3 pi, ganyan lang. Hindi naman masyado maglalaki ng 20. So, ito, specifically, or in-identify talaga siya as naka-degrees. So, ano pwede natin gawin dyan? So, anong pwede natin gawin dito?
Logarithm po ba?
Alin?
Not sure po, pero pwede po ba kaya i-logarithm yun?
So, pag nag-logarithm tayo dito, medyo magiging complicated kasi once na mag-logarithm tayo dito sa right side, maglo-logarithm din tayo dito sa kabilang side. So, hindi siya, kumbaga, hindi siya masyadong, wait, negative J20 pala yun, sorry. Yan. So, kung matatandaan nyo, um, in order for us to convert a complex number from polar to exponential. So, di ba yun ay, halimbawa, ang z natin is, para ma-convert mo, say for example, ito na lang gawin natin example. So, di ba yan ay magiging 5e raised to j times 126.8699 times pi over 180. Yan. Para ma-convert natin siya into exponential. At maging radians yung ating angle. So, ibig sabihin, since ito ay naka-degrees, pwede natin siyang i-rewrite simply as 8 bar angle negative 20 degrees. Yan. So, ganun lang siya kabilis. Tama po? Nagagets nyo ka? Kasi hindi naka-radians itong ating given na angle. So, we don't need to we don't need to convert. Automatic, yun na yung angle niya. Yan. So, ngayon, para mas madali, so, di ba yung J, pag pinindot mo siya sa calcu at gawin mong polar, anong equivalent niya? Sige nga. Anong equivalent ng ating J kapag convert mo siya into polar? So, paano ang conversion nun? What is J converted to polar for? Kasi yan ay parang 0 plus J. Since 0 naman yung ating real part, isusulat mo na lang siya as J. Yan. Which is equivalent to ano? Yan. 1 bar angle 90. So, pwede natin isulat. This is 1 bar angle 90 degrees multiplied by 8 bar angle negative 20 degrees. Then, yan. So, ano yung law of multiplication or ano yung rule natin kapag multiplication of complex numbers in polar form? So, anong ginawa natin last time?
Pagpaplasin po yung angle.
Okay. So, all we have to do is to multiply or get the product of the magnitudes. So, that is 1 times 8. Then, bar angle, pagpaplasin lang natin yung angle nila. So, in this case, so since negative 20 yung isa, yan. So, what is the value of our V? So, that is 8 bar angle 70 degrees volts. Tama? Now, para ma-convert siya into its instantaneous value or into a sinusoid, pwede natin sabihin that V is equal to 8, then in the form of cosine na ulit yan, then omega t plus 70 degrees volts. So, yan. Any questions? Any questions po regarding our
Ano po?
okay. So, ang next natin is pupunta na tayo ngayon sa relationship ng mga phasor natin with respect to our circuit elements. So, kung nung mga previous lessons natin, nung nag-discuss kayo kay Engineer Esmas, so ang na-discuss ninyo is all about ang circuit element lang na involved are voltage source, current source, tsaka resistors or resistances. Ngayon may madadagdag na. So, kailangan natin, so now that we know how to represent a voltage or current into its phasor or frequency domain, one may legitimately ask how we apply this to circuits involving passive elements na resistors, inductors, and capacitors. So yan, meron na tayong involved na capacitor and inductor. So what we need to do now is to transform the voltage-current relationship from the time domain to the frequency domain naman of each element. Again, we assume the passive sign convention. So ano ba yung passive sign convention natin? Matatandaan nyo. Diniscuss ba yung passive sign convention? Anyone? So, sa passive sign convention, tatandaan lang natin doon is that direction ng pagpasok ng current natin is laging sa positive terminal ng ating source. Tandaan natin doon sa passive sign convention. So, we begin muna daw with the resistor. And if the current through the resistor, R, is in the form I is equal to Im cosine omega t plus phi, the voltage across it is given by Ohm's law. Yan. So, di ba, kung matatandaan nyo, Ohm's law natin is given by I is equal to V over R. Rewriting this formula to get the value of V, so that is IR. Then, isa-substitute lang natin yung value ng current dun sa ating formula ng voltage using Ohm's law. So, that is R multiplied by Im cosine omega t plus phi. Then, kung i-represent natin ito into a phasor, yan. So, di ba, inaral naman natin kanina yung phasor. Ang voltage natin, yan. So, kita nyo, naka-instantaneous array, tapos nung inasunod natin siya sa phasor, naging capital na. Yan. So, ito yung ating pinaka-maximum value, ito, kasi constant naman yan parehas. Di ba? Constant yan. Yung resistance at saka yung maximum current, constant yan. Yan. Tapos, bar angle, kung ano man itong angle na yan. Yung phase angle na yon. But, the phasor representation of current is that sa current is equal daw kay Im bar angle theta. Yan. So, ibig sabihin, parehas lang daw ang phasor representation ng current natin tsaka ng phasor current. So, ibig sabihin nun, ang voltage lang natin can be represented as the current multiplied by the resistance. So, ibig sabihin, at any given instances, ang pag-resistor ang pinag-uusapan natin, laging ganito lang yung ating formula. And so, hindi po siya mababago. Maliwanag po? And showing that the voltage-current relation for the resistor in the phasor domain continues to be Ohm's law pa rin. Yan, as in the time domain. So, phasor domain yan or frequency domain or time domain, parehas lang po ang formula natin when it comes to the voltage kapag resistance ang given. Naintindihan po? Yan. So, kapag itong figure 9.9, voltage current relations for a resistor in the time domain and the frequency domain. So, on time domain, makikita natin, so kapag may dumaang current dun sa resistance, ang voltage natin is equal to IR, which is also the same. Yan ha, passive convention ito. Positive terminal, negative terminal, yun, dun dadaan yung ating current. Kaya sa positive terminal. So, ibig sabihin, ito ay co-conform dun sa ating passive convention or passive sign convention. So, we should note that the voltage and current are in phase. Yan. So, tatandaan nyo lagi, ang voltage at current ay in phase kapag ang involved nating element ay resistance lamang. Maliwanag po ba yun? Tatandaan yun ha. Kapag resistor, ang voltage at current ay laging in phase.
Thank you. Ang
Okay. Yan. So, ganun kapag resistor. So, kung i-represent daw natin, yan. So, ang current daw natin is in phase with the voltage. Yan. So, kapag ginarap natin siya. So, kung ano man ang value ng voltage or kung ano man yung kanyang um, direction or kung nasaan man yan, kung ano mang kasi wala naman siyang angle. So, lagi lang siyang nandito. Yan. Kapag resistor ang involved. Purely resistive circuits only. Yan. So, sa purely resistive, ang voltage ay in phase with the current. Yan. Yan. So, pwedeng ganyan, depende naman yun sa pag-ano natin. So, pag sa resistor, yun. Basta lagi sila magkaunabay. Yan. So, ganito ang kanya. Kung ano man na rin phase angle na atin. Pero normally naman kapag sa resistor, ang phase angle naman yan ay laging zero. Kasi wala namang angle yun. Yan. So, for inductor naman daw, represented by capital letter L, we assume that the current through the inductor is given by the formula I is equal to Im cosine of negative plus phi. And the voltage across the inductor is, yan. So, ang formula talaga ng ating voltage sa inductor is equal to L di over dt. So, mapapansin natin, meron na tayong involved na derivative. So, the derivative of the current with respect to time multiplied by the value of the inductance. So, ngayon, kapag i-derivative daw natin yan, ito, yan. So, kapag i-derivative natin yan, ang lalabas daw na sagot ay are. Yan. So, bakit naging ganito yan? Yan. So, di ba, derivative of Im cosine omega t plus phi. Yan. So, itong Im constant na yan. So, magiging ano lang yan is Im times the derivative of cosine omega t plus phi. So, ano ang derivative ng cosine? Ang derivative ng cosine. Ang derivative ng cosine ay negative sine. So, di rin magiging Im multiplied by sine times, so kukopyahin mo lang itong buong ito, omega t plus phi, then imumultiply mo pa itong buong ito ng derivative nung nasa loob. So, since ari namang phi ari ay constant, itong phi ito ay constant, magzi-zero na yan, tapos derivative with respect to time, so ang matitira na lang dyan ay omega. So, kaya ang magiging derivative niyan is negative omega times Im sine of omega t plus phi. So, kaya siya naging garni ang formula. Nakuha po. Doon yun galing ha. Dinerivative lang yung current equation natin din eh. Do you follow? Yan. Tapos, so, ito ngayon naka-negative sign. So, i-convert natin siya daw papuntang cosine. So, kapag i-convert natin siya, since ito ay galing sa sine, yan. So, this is sine, this is cosine. Yan. So, from sine papuntang cosine. Yan. So, kapag arne, ano? Ang reference natin. So, since naka-counterclockwise yon, so ano yon? So, that is magiging plus 90. Diba? 90 degrees yon. Tapos, papuntang cosine. Galing sine, papuntang cosine. Yan. So, here, so magiging cosine na. So, itong magiging voltage natin ito, ano magiging voltage equation na natin is equal to omega times L times Im cosine omega t plus phi plus 90. Which transform now to phasor kapag ginawa natin siyang phasor. So, magiging voltage natin is equal to omega. Ito yung ating amplitude. Yan, kasi constant naman yung omega, constant din yung L, tsaka yung Im. So, magiging, ito yon. Tapos, E raised to J. Yan, E raised to J. Ito, yung phi plus 90 degrees. Are yun. Tapos, since nakamultiply yung J natin sa phi at saka sa 90 degrees, pwede nating i-distribute yon. So, ang magiging ano nyan is omega L Im E raised to J phi plus J 90 degrees. Yan. So, since naka-raise sa exponential form itong dalawang ito at may positive doon, kapag plus ang ano dito, ibig sabihin naka-multiply yon by law of exponents. Kaya siya naging garne. So, E raised to J phi times E raised to J 90 degrees. So, ang magiging ano na natin ngayon, formula is omega Lim bar angle theta plus 90. And as you can see here, 90 degrees daw, positive ang kanyang angle, ang phase angle. So, kung positive angle yan, ibig sabihin, anong ginagawa niya? Yan. So, mapapansin natin dito, since ang angle daw natin, yan, So showing that the voltage has a magnitude of omega L Im and a phase angle of phi plus 90 degrees. Yan. So kung igagraph daw natin yon, kung ito daw ang current natin, yan, current equation natin, or yung current value natin, dapat daw 90 degrees daw with respect to the voltage. Yan. So R yun, 90 degrees. So the voltage and current are 90 degrees out of phase. Yan. Specifically, the current lags the voltage by 90 degrees, or the voltage leads the current by 90 degrees. Yan. So yun po ang characteristics kapag ang involved naman natin ay purely inductive circuit. Yan. Naintindihan po ba? So tatandaan nyo ha, yung kanina kapag purely resistive, in phase silang dalawa. So ngayon, na out of phase na ngayon ng 90 degrees yung ating current and voltage. And sabi nga dito, ang current daw natin lags the voltage by 90 degrees, or the other way around, the voltage leads the current by 90 degrees. So tatandaan po yan ha. Kasi ang ikot natin ay counterclockwise. So tama naman kasi positive yung angle positive 90 degrees. So dapat counterclockwise yung ating direction. Any question? May tanong po? So I think wala naman kayong tanong. Okay. Yan. So meron tayo ditong but Im daw natin, bar angle phi is equal to I, and e raised to j 90 degree is j. Yan. So ibig sabihin, ang voltage daw natin can be represented as j omega L times I. Ito lang yung isa sa mga formula tatandaan natin when it comes to the voltage. Yan. So kapag ang ano ay inductor, ang given natin is a current, instantaneous value of current, tapos ang isosolve natin daw is yung ating ito. Yan. Yung phasor voltage natin. So parang kanina ganun lang din ito, ni-represent lang yung Im bar angle theta or bar angle phi with I, and ito naman nga yung kaninang ginawa natin, yan ay 1 bar angle 90, which is equivalent to j lamang din. So di ba parang 1 e raised to j 90 degrees. So pag sinulat mo siya into its equivalent phasor, 1 angle 90 lang din yan, or equivalent to j. Kaya siya j omega L I. Ito, ina-represent na natin to as ito. Ito, at saka R. Yan. Any questions po? Questions po ba tayo with regards to a inductive circuit? So, next naman natin is for a capacitor naman. So, sa capacitor, we assume that the voltage across the capacitor is given by V is equal to Vm cosine omega t plus phi. And the current through the capacitor is given by I, which is equal to C times dV over dt. Yan. So, ngayon, kapag capacitor naman ang involved, ang i-derivative daw naman natin is the voltage. Yan. So, kung i-derivative natin yon, so d over dt, which is Vm cosine omega t plus phi. Yan. So, ano magiging ano nito? So, ito ay derivative. So, Vm multiplied by, derivative ng cosine is negative sine omega t plus phi multiplied by omega. Yan. And kagaya nito, as we do the same steps dun sa inductor natin, kasi ito din naman yung magiging ano niya. So, parang magiging ang I natin is equal to negative of C. Yan, negative C, omega, tapos I, sine, omega t plus phi, amperes. Yan. So, parang ganun din. Ito din yung kanina na ginawa natin din. Ito. Yan. So, di ba ito din yon. Ito nga lang in terms of voltage. Yan. So, kapag i-convert natin siya into phasor, so, current natin, since ito ay naka-sine, i-convert natin siya papuntang cosine. So, kapag kinonvert natin siya papuntang cosine, yan. So, ano ang init nito? So, ito ay magiging C or dapat rin dito capital. Ito ay I is equal to C times omega cosine of omega t plus phi plus 90 pa rin. Yan, ampere. And kung i-represent daw natin in terms of the maximum, yan. So, ang voltage daw natin, since kanina yun ang given natin, ito yung value ngayon ng ating voltage. Nandito siya. Kanina, nung inductor, ari siya. Yung current natin ang una nating ipinalat. Yan ha, ito ang ating ipinalat na una, yung current. Dito, yung voltage ang ipinalat natin with a certain angle. Yan, voltage. Ito diga ari yun. Ito yun, yung una nating value. Ito. Yan, ito yung VM. Yan, ito yung ipinalat natin. Tapos, yung current na kinuha natin or yung current na kukuhanin natin is ito na ngayon siya. Ang current daw natin is equal to the value J omega times CV or V is equal to I divided by J omega C. And ito daw yung ating current. So kung mapapansin natin dito, may 90 degrees ka ulit na phase angle or out of phase ulit yung current and voltage natin by 90 degrees. Pero kung makikita natin ngayon, yung current na ngayon, so the current or ito muna maging reference natin voltage. So the voltage now lags the current by 90 degrees or the current leads the voltage by 90 degrees. Yan po ngayon ang ating yan. So, current and voltage are 90 out of phase. So, the current leads the voltage by 90 degrees. So, yan lang po yung tatandaan natin dun sa tatlo nating configuration kapag siya purely resistive, purely inductive, at purely capacitive circuits. Do you follow po? Do you follow? Uy, can I get a response naman from this class? Bakit parang wala na akong kausap dito? Pwedeng tumighim para alam ko kung kayo ay nandiyan. Bakit? Bakit malungkot ka na, Miss Lapebla? Anong ikinakalungkot mo ngayon?
Nakaka-follow po mga 80% po.
Yan. So, kaya nga, kung kayo ay may part na hindi nyo maintindihan, ay sabihin nyo kasi yan naman ay pwede nating ulitin ulit yung explanation kasi mahalaga mamaya since i-ano na natin ito, i-apply na natin ito mamaya kung siya ay out of phase, kung alin yung magli-lead, kung alin yung maglalag, para alam nyo kung saan siya ang punta. Kasi baka mamaya, umalis tayo dito sa topic na array, tapos hindi nyo pa pala naintindihan, ay mahihirapan kayo dun sa sunod pagka nagsosolve na tayo mismo. Yan. So, pero ang tatandaan nyo lang naman talaga is ito. Yan. Kapag tayo ay, sabi ko nga kanina, kapag purely resistive, in phase lang yan. 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 So, in phase lang siya. Tapos, kapag ka naman purely inductive, yan. So, maalin ng voltage leads the current by 90. O yan naman ay the current lags the voltage by 90 degrees. Tapos pag purely capacitive naman, so the voltage lags the current by 90 or the current leads the voltage by 90 degrees. Okay? Okay. So yan, ito yung summary ng table natin, yung voltage current relation. Yan. So kapag ka ang element natin is resistance, so ang time domain natin, na relationship between current and voltage is yan, V is equal to Ri lang. Tapos kapag frequency domain, ayun, magkakapital lang sila. Ang resistance naman, wala siyang kahit sa ang domain siya, mapa time domain or frequency, yun pa rin yung value niya. Okay, kapag ka inductor naman ang element natin, yan, so that is L di over dt, then ang voltage niya is J omega Li. Tapos, pagka capacitance naman ng ating element or capacitor, ang current natin is equal to C dV over dt. Tapos, ang kanyang frequency domain naman is V is equal to 1 over J omega C. So, ito po yung ating mga gagamitin. Now, so try natin tong example. So, the voltage, which is 12 cosine 60t plus 45 degrees is applied to a 0.1 Henry inductor. Find the steady state current through the inductor. So, paano natin yan isosolve? Yan. So, paano daw natin siya isosolve? Yan. So, ang tanong is the steady state current. Yan. So, kung babalikan natin yung ating table, makikita natin that, so, since inductor ang ating given, ang ating involved, dito lang tayo titingin. Dito sa part na to. Tapos, ang hinahanap natin is the steady state current. Yan. So, pag sinabi natin steady state current, ibig sabihin, naka-instantaneous yon. So, kailangan na makuha natin is in the time domain. But, as you can see here, ang given sa atin is itong voltage na ito. Nakikita nyo? Ang voltage natin dito is an instantaneous value. At, ang current dito, yan, instantaneous voltage at instantaneous current. So, hindi tayo basta-basta pwede makakuha din eh. Dito, may current, pero naka-frequency domain. Ibig sabihin, naka-phasor array. So, pwede tayong kumuha ng equation dyan, which is voltage divided by J omega L. Yan. So, ito daw yung ating magiging working equation. And as you can see here, ang ating voltage na given dito is in phasor. Yan. So, ibig sabihin, pwede natin i-convert array papuntang phasor equivalent. So, para ma-convert yan, ano lang natin dyan is 12 bar angle, positive 45 degrees volts. Tama? Tama po ba? Kasi naka-cosine na naman siya. So, hindi na natin kailangan mag-convert. Kasi naka-cosine function na yon. Now, so, di ba ito ay Vm cosine omega t plus 45 degrees or plus phi. Yan. So, plus phi. So, kung ititrace natin, kasi kailangan natin is, yung J, wala tayong problema kasi ano naman yan, nasa calculator. Yung omega, pwede na lang natin siya kuhanan dito. So, ibig sabihin, ang omega natin is equal to 60. Yan. Radians per second. Yan. So, ibig sabihin, pwede na natin siyang i-substitute dito sa ating given formula. Yan. So, ang current daw natin is equal to voltage, doon sa ating phasor voltage, that is 12 bar angle 45 degrees, divided by, ang J natin is 1 bar angle 90 degrees, yan, times 60 multiplied by the value of inductance, which is 0.1. So, ano ang value ng ating current? Paki-compute nga po. Paki-input sa calculator. So, don't forget to turn the mode of your calculator in complex format or complex mode. That is 12 bar angle positive 45, 1 bar angle 90 times 60 times 0.1. So what is your answer? May nagsosolve ka? Yes. Ganun.
Is it square root of 2 minus square root of 2i?
Okay, so square root of 2 minus j square root of 2 or square root of 2i. Ampere. Yan. So kindly convert this into its corresponding polar form. Current natin is equal to
2 bar negative 45 po.
2 bar angle.
Negative
Negative.
45 degrees.
Okay. Yan. So, nakuha na natin ngayon ang current. But as you can see here, ang given or nakuha natin current is naka-phasor. So, pinapahanap sa atin is the steady state current or yung naka-time domain. Yan. So, pag steady state current, ibig sabihin yun ay naka-time domain. So, now, paano natin i-convert ito into its time domain? So, all you have to do is so that is small letter I, then 2, then ito naman ay naka-cosine na. So, cosine, yan. Given na sa atin yung omega t, kasi kailangan yun, ang omega natin is 60, so that is 60t. Then, ang phase natin or phase angle is negative 45 degrees ampere. So, ito na ngayon ang ating steady state current. Nakuha po ba? Nakuha po? Okay. So, ganyan lang po yung pagkuha natin ng current. So, basta tatandaan nyo lang itong table natin na ito. So, dyan lang naman iikot yon. So, any questions before we proceed? May question ba tayo before we proceed to the next example? Ayan, so, meron tayo dito example number 2. So, i-try nyo nga are. So, if the voltage or in the instantaneous voltage is given by 25 sine 100t minus 15 degrees volt is applied to a 50 microfarad capacitor, calculate the current through the capacitor. Try nyo nga yan. So, I will be giving you time para mag-solve. 20 minutes. So, paki-copy nitong problem. Ayun, ko dun sa table para makita nyo yung formula natin. May sagot na ba? Okay, ang sagot ni Miss La Puebla is 0.125 per angle negative 15. And so anyone who has an answer aside from Miss La Puebla? So that is 0.125 cosine
Dalawa ang binili. Eh, paano naman? Sasabihin mo sa amin. 50.
So, paano mo nakuha yan, Miss La Puebla? Can you please share your answer? Paki-take ng picture tapos ay pa-send sa ating GC tapos ipe-present ko na lang. Okay, kindly explain your answer.
Bali po, kinonvert ko po muna yung 50 microfarads po to farads. Yung weight po ay 1 microfarad is 0.00 0.01 farads po. So, dun po nakuha yung 0.00005. Tapos, ang ginamit po na equation ay yung IT is equal to C dV over dt. Tapos, yung derivative po ng ating dV ay 25 cosine 100t minus 15 degrees multiplied by yung derivative ng 100t minus 15 is 100 po. Tapos, pinultiply din po yun with our C ulit, yung farad. Then, ayun po, simplify po. Tapos, kinuha na rin po yung polar na conversion po.
Okay. So, this can be our answer, pero we can also let our answer be in the form of sign since naka-sign yung ating voltage dito. So, if you're going to convert that into a sign, so, di ba, ang nakuha ni Miss La Puebla is ang current natin is 0.125 cosine 100t minus 15 degrees volts. Tama? Yan ba yung nakuha?
Amperes po, sir.
Ampere, sorry. Yan. So, amperes. Yan. So, ibig sabihin, so since naka-cosine yan at yung ating voltage dito ay naka-sign, pwede natin siyang i-convert. Yan. So, this is our positive sine omega t. This is our positive cosine omega t. Yan. So, since papunta, so sine, papuntang cosine. Yan. So, paplasan natin to. So, magiging current natin is equal to 0.125 magiging sine 100t minus 15. Tapos, since from cosine to sine, so yung sine na magiging reference natin towards our original. So, this is 90 degrees counterclockwise. So, dapat may magpa-positive 90 degrees tayo dito. So, ang ating magiging value is 0.125 sine 100t plus 75 degrees amperes. So, yan yung isang alternative answer na pwede. But, you can still use this one naman. So, equivalent lang naman yan dahil tinonvert lang natin siya from cosine to sine. Any questions? Okay, so okay na tayo dito. Sa part na to. Yan. So, yung magiging next topic natin will be about paano kapag yan ay ginamit na natin sa mismong circuit. So, paano pag nagsama-sama na yan? So, doon na ngayon papasok yung ating tinatawag na impedance and admittance. Yan. So, later on, or sa next meeting na natin yun, i-discuss. Okay? So, baka ma-information overload naman kayo. Okay, so I think that will be all muna. So, kindly review this. I will be posting yung part 2 ng ating yung part 2 nito. And sa next meeting, yung part 3 ng ating discussion. Okay? So, yun lang muna. Thank you.
Thank you po.